I don't know if we as a country can take any more of this. I don't know about you, but I can't take any more of this. I am not in any position at this moment to take any more of these moments. If there is a God, God is on the side of this president. First, before I begin, can you hear me? Don't make me go through this crap about it's tinny, I can't hear. Make sure, because we've got a lot to talk about, and I am in no mood for any of this garbage. Because this is war, ladies and gentlemen. This is war. I don't know how to tell you this. I don't know how to put this into words. I want to be happy, but I've had it. I have had it. This is the thing which is the most, this is where we say, okay, that does it. That does it. The first time we should have been storming peacefully the streets and marching and saying, how did you let this punk, how did you let this happen? It's unbelievable. Okay, we gave you that one. All right, we gave you that. And again, where is the perimeter? Where is this? He put his rifle through a chain link fence, and thank God for the Secret Service contingent. One hole about, first of all, with all due respect to this great president, no more golf. They're not protecting you. They're not. I've been telling you this. What are you playing golf for? Where do you think you are? Enough, because the rules have changed. It's unbelievable. Who is your security contingent? Why aren't there drones filling the sky? Filling the sky. Somebody says you can't bubble wrap him. What? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can't do this. We're lucky because we don't know what this is like. If you think for a moment, you know what it would be like if all of a sudden this man is dispatched, killed brutally, a headshot. And it will be unlike Kennedy. That came later. When you see it, I've seen these with a rifle, you will freak out. And let me also tell you something, and listen carefully. We always love to tinker with the notion of civil war. And we always use this. Will there be civil war? Will there be civil war? What happens if this? Will there be civil war if there's such a? And I'm thinking, no. I don't know what to tell you what will happen if something ever happens to this man. I can't promise you that. A violent end, not a re-election failure, not stolen ballots, not funky machinery. Oh, no. I mean, lying in state, crying, Baron, Melania in black, the end. I mean, you don't even know. And this is the second time. Enough. You know what they're going to do about it? Nothing. There are people as we speak in the highest echelons and in various places, laughing like you can't believe, because they are depraved. Depraved. You were talking about something that you can't put into words, a level of hatred, a level of despising. That's it's beyond, it's not even organic. It's pathological. And we just don't get it yet. We don't understand this. Somebody said, you can't bubble wrap him? What does that mean? How quaint! How quaint! How clever! Well, he's gonna be the way he is. Can't bubble wrap him. Life's tough. Like, this isn't about kids wearing a helmet and people wearing knee pads. We're talking about, do you know what this looks like? And we live in a group of infantilism. And if you get to see the unretired, and they will leak when you see the crime scene, oh, it'll freak you out. And then you'll talk about your bubble wrap then. I know you didn't mean anything by it, but people love to be quaint, and they love to be cute, and they love to type stuff that's poetic and pithy and funny and momentary, and they don't think about what it means. Let me tell you one. This is the one that blew my mind. Oh, and by the by, this Grok AI is fantastic. Chat GPT, I tried to run, I put some news stories to consolidate them. Chat GPT or OpenAI says, I'm sorry, I can't do that. These are news stories about an attempted assassination. I'm sorry, I can't do that. But Grok 2, the best. This is through Twitter. The best. That's the best. Forget Chat GPT. That's garbage. Garbage. This is the news. But this is the one that'll get you. This is the one. I read this and I thought, oh my God. Look, I understand gallows humor. I understand I know some of us will say some things that are like, really crummy. I understand this. I get it. I understand this. Rachel Vindman. You know who she is? Remember that guy Vindman, Colonel Vindman? Remember her? Vindman? Remember this guy? You know what she writes? This was her little piece of it. No ears were harmed. Carry on with your Sunday afternoon. No ears were harmed. I can't. And then follows up with, sorry you're triggered, with hysterical laughter emojis. Then she says, I mean, no, I'm not. I don't care a little bit. This is the depraved thinking of these people. This is the best. We would, why would you, and this is Gaimala puts up her tweet. Did you see this one? I have been briefed on reports of gunshots fired near former President Trump and his property in Florida, and I'm glad he is safe. Gunshots fired? They make it sound like they're duck hunting over here, and then it was near him. No, it was at him. Violence has no place in America. This is her impassioned. She didn't write that. She doesn't charge anything. This is a woman, by the way. This kills me. Why would she be glad? Why would she be glad he's safe when she's repeatedly called him an essential threat to democracy and that he's like Hitler? Harris says people have rightly compared Trump's remarks on immigrants to Hitler. She's saying this. And then she's surprised that what? She's surprised that people are saying, I don't understand this. I don't understand it. Does anybody understand that their words mean something? Is that it? Maybe because we can't bubble wrap him? I can't believe that. I almost said, they almost killed him. Bubble wrap? What is this? What are you smoking? Do you understand what this is? This is war. This is the, my God. I don't know who this guy is. They're going to do nothing. Just the other day, who was it? Blumenthal, the governor, the senator of Connecticut, says, wait until you find out what happens regarding that the first assassination attempt. It's just incredible. Freedom says, personally, I don't give a rat's rear about her accent, my friend. This was my title I had up before the attempt. I'm sure you know Trump could not even play a game of golf today on his course without being shot at a Hall fire. I put this title up before. It was up before, and then this happens. I'm not going to be talking about her accent today. Excuse me if I'm upset. I've had it. Zachary says, Hakeem Jeffrey's statement after Trump's second brush with assassination is telling. They're not even hiding anymore. They want him dead. I don't know what the second statement was. Maybe you can tell me what it was. I didn't follow that. Dennis said he should play mini golf. Okay, fine. That's great. Thank you. How did the shooter know when and where to be to get the shot? Interesting. That's a great question. And Dr. Dreamkiller says, anyone being glib about this is laboring under a serious misapprehension of the nature of reality. Yes. And it's because we are children. We don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. You've never seen this before. It's one of these things that I don't understand. Maybe because we live in a world of AI and movies and snark and sarcasm, and we love to just come up with something like Vindman's wife. It's like we have to say something that tops everything else in terms of its coarseness and crudity and its mindlessness. I can't believe, I cannot believe. And then what we do is we turn around and we start telling everybody who this guy is, what he looks like. Let's look at his social media. Let's see what he said. What's he all about? Let's give his name. And I love the fact that he's got these crazy, there's no AI. Look, I don't think the guy, they said, well, you know, he wrote some terrible tweets. There's terrible tweets all the time. You can't take people's time. But it's amazing. Our government does everything to shut down speech everywhere and anywhere, but it cares nothing about somebody who actually sits there and revels and languishes and enjoys the notion of attempted murder. Flojo says it's becoming too obvious. Second attempt, third, people will realize. We don't know what it's like. You don't know the feeling you would have. You would feel a sense of loss right now that is incalculable when you hear drums and crying, and this would be the end. You would see people freaking out, and these people who freak out, who are children, who have no means of expressing themselves, who are on CBDs and have anxiety and got all kinds of animals, and when you see a headshot, when you see somebody's head blow up like a mist, and it's not pretty, and it doesn't look real, and it would freak people out. And then, as much as you would be freaked out, you'd be met with people who would be laughing mercilessly at it, and you wouldn't know what to do. When you put those two things together, oh, dear God. Who knows what we get? Because I live in a world of absolute nincompoops, idiots, children. Today, Mrs. L and I were driving back and we were listening, and they had something Fox News, and I'm thinking they went to Sean Hannity. I don't even want to talk about that. Because everybody wants to say basically, well, you know, I know the president. You know, I was with with Steve Dimkoff, whatever his name is. And yeah, we're going to a diner. By the way, it's a great city diner. And I was having breakfast. I'm not that good of a golfer, and the president, and because I know him. I don't even know what to tell you. Simon says, but why can't you believe it? It's clear that they keep trying. Why can't I believe it? You don't think I can believe it? I'm telling you, this is war. What do you mean I can't believe it? We have been saying this. They will try again. I don't get why you're surprised. I'm not surprised. This is anguish. Nobody's sitting here saying, gee, this is odd. This is weird. I don't know this. Can you read this? With all due respect, thank you very much. But can you read what I'm saying? Have you been so disconnected from passion, from reality, that you can't read what I'm saying? Do you think that what I'm giving you now is surprise? Like, why would they want to do that? No. It's why is it still going on? Why isn't anybody doing anything about it? Why is he going out? As one of you said, how did this shooter know when to go out, where to go, which hole was it, leaving his stuff behind? My God. It's like people say, I want to write something that has nothing to do with what I'm saying. Reality has nothing to do with a particular quip that I want to give. What I'm saying has nothing to do with reality. I want to convey an idea independent of reality. Why are you so surprised? I'm not surprised. I'm saying I'm disgusted. My God. Kevin says, the sad thing is the media a-holes will quit talking about this literally in days because it's so close to the election is pathetic. Well, let me tell you what's going to be going on right now. And I don't want to bring this up, but I've got to. Do you know what this is going to do to his number? But his numbers, do you know what this is going to do? Do you know what this is going to do? Laugh all you want. Do you know what this is going to do? See, you don't understand something. There's this idea. There's this martyrdom, and then there's this attempted martyrdom. And the attempted martyrdom is even more effective because, well, obviously, because you're not a martyr, but I mean, it emboldens people. Nathan Shields said, I am very scared and worried about Trump, as am I. I'm not surprised. That's the part. Jesus Christ, I'm not surprised. I mean, we can't bubble wrap him. Who's writing this? Who am I talking to? What the hell's going on here? I feel your passion, Uncle Eddie, and thank you. Sad day. It is a sad day. It's nothing because we sit around and we joke about bullshit all the time. We talk about this and this one said this, and she made this accent, and that's funny for a while. Okay, and then Taylor Swift. Oh, Taylor Swift. You see what's going on her? Her movement flatline. Her numbers are going down precipitously. Now, especially. Do you know what this thing? Do you understand this, people? Not you, but Timothy 1 says the FBI is investigating themselves again for a second and failed assignation attempts. Well, I think you mean assassination, but maybe it's assignation too. Thank you, Leslie. This is weird. All these polls do is they talk about what do you feel. Do you think the Yankees are going to win the pennant? Yeah, I do. Are you going to go to a game? No. You're not? No. You asked me the wrong question. You should ask me, am I going to the game? Oh, yeah, right. So do you think that Trump's going to win? No. You going to vote? No. This time? Name the country. Name it. Venezuela. Name it. 2 assassination attempts. 2. And we talk about third world. Oh, they're a Marxist country. I love what people are talking about Haiti all the time. Haiti is a free market country. It's not socialism. It's not Marxism. It's free market. We're the banana republic. 2 assassination attempts. They don't do this anywhere. You might hear it, well, or an assassination attempt that maybe our intel is trying to do, perhaps coax. Andrew says, in the Midwest, we can see what is coming if DJT isn't elected, and it will be pure horror. We don't want war. They obviously do. And tonight's the Emmys. It's the Emmys, right, tonight? Anyway, let me tell you something, my friends. This changes everything. This changes everything. And what happens is they've got to turn to that Gamal, this moron, and say, it's your thinking, it's your thought, it's all of this stuff. You talk about Trump and what he says. And by the way, they're going to find out. I'm surprised they didn't waste this guy. I thought for sure, oh, well, we pulled him over. Oh, I figure he's done. He's done. And make sure they keep an eye on him in the cell. You know what happens. You know what happens. Dead men tell no tales. Oh, I can see it right now. And the best part about it, we live in such a demented state, we can say, we have nothing to do with them. We will inspire lunatics. We will inspire them. That's who these people are. It's the most, this has hit critical mass. If he insists upon playing golf, which is, I don't understand it, because it's one of the most stupid games. It's real hard to do. So is this. But nobody wants to do it. But it's elitist, and it's on a golf course, and we go this, and we get to this, and I get to show. Oh, God. Look, you play golf, go ahead. But it's the stupidest game. And you're out there, and you're trying to make America great again, and you've got to go out and do this and risk your life. Some guy on a chain link fence, and they called it an AK-47. I hope they did. I hope it really wasn't an AK-47. I hope that was like one of those terms they use for an AR-15. Lou Lewis says, people still think this is all a horse race, keeping score and not really aware that we are at war. Absolutely. This is a war for the soul of our country. Soul 76 says, Uncle L, been in bed all day with a migraine. Can you please give me a quick rundown on this news? Thanks. No, I can't. I can't give you a rundown for the past 23 minutes. Give you a rundown? Are you kidding me? They tried to kill him again. Does that sum that up? They tried to kill him again. Let me try this again. They tried to kill him again. That's your rundown. Pick up the phone, go like this, and look. Give me a brief rundown. Are you doing this to me? Seriously. It started with that bubble wrap thing. I can't believe I read that. I can't. I'm thinking, this is bizarre. Evan Webb says, the leftists play a very dangerous game in the effort to win. It is as if the left is no longer American, a foreign entity. It's not the left. Let me say this again. It is not the left. They are not the left. It's not left. It's not liberal. It's not progressive. It's not blue. It's not Democrat. That's not what this is. There is a shadow government evil like jackals that we put in to our intel from the days of Operation Ajax to Arbenz to you name it. We go in there and it's the oldest trick in the book. We want to take people out. And this, again, they're not left. They're not progressive. They're not Democrats. They're not whatever. They care more about false claims of cat consumption in Springfield, Ohio, than they do people trying to kill President Trump. Bobby Dowd said, luckily, a citizen witness with a camera took the picture of the SUV and license plate. Suspect in custody, thanks to the citizen and the Martin County Sheriff. Literally, bruh, love you, Lionel. Yes, it was. Thank God somebody came forward. Don't tell anybody this person's name. Because, can you imagine Vindman's wife? Rachel Vindman? No ears were harmed. Carry on with your Sunday afternoon. Are you kidding me? And then ABC's Lindsay Davis with that stern, constipated look. I'm a news person. After ABC even admitted that staged 3-on-1 phony debate. I mean, the worst. There's a whistleblower coming. Anyway, she anchors her first Sunday edition of World News Tonight since the debate, and she pivots right from a second Trump assassination attempt to implicitly attacking Trump for baseless rumors triggering threats of violence in Springfield, Ohio. Why? She is a robot. She is a robot who is reading the script, and we don't care who Lindsay Davis is. She's a mannequin. Doesn't matter. Another sock puppet. Just fill in, give us your look, give us that constipated, give us that hockey puck look like I'm so dyspeptic right now. Lindsay Davis, I'm serious, and David Muir always off to the side like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And this is the most important. And these sock puppet folks are talking about how the Trump rhetoric is somehow how he's to blame. Check out Alex Witt. Alex Witt. And then you got this jadrule. Ready for this? Martina Navratilova, who, by the way, the only thing I agree with her is when she suggests that maybe because the transgender thing. But there's a picture of Time, whatever, with Taylor Swift and a cat. Cat lady stand back and stand by. She doesn't understand the cat thing because they don't know what's going on. They live in a world of memes. Somebody says, here, do this, push this. Cat. Should I do a cat thing? Yeah, the cat lady. What about Springfield? What? The Springfield, the cats are eating the cats. What are you talking about? You want me to, Taylor Swift, you want me to sit there with a cat on my back? Like a cat. Don't you know that what are you talking about? They don't even know the memes yet because they can't figure this thing out. It's beyond anything I've ever seen. I swear to God, it blows my mind. Lionel, just don't let them break your mic. Funny. Kevin says they got Archduke Ferdinand due to the arrogance. Yep, following the first attempt. That's correct. That same day. Assassins are not one failed attempt and done. Correct about that one. Evan says, oh, chill, bro. I think you know what I mean. The word change up is head spinning. Democrats, they are not that anymore. More. They are not that anymore. More. Who are this other side? Demons. I don't know what that means. I think if anybody got a chill, it's like, what is that? Thank you for that. I don't know what that means. With all due respect, I don't know what that means. I don't know. It's not left and right, and you can't use narratives that we've used for the longest time. And then, by the way, thank you for your comment, but right now, when somebody is upset, don't go to somebody, for example, like at a funeral and say, come on, bro, chill. Come on, take it easy. Come on. That's what we do. We chill. And the Republicans, of which I am not, they don't do anything. They don't They just react. You know what they're going to do? I don't know. Maybe Gut Bucket will. Tonight, Mark Levin, I think they preempted him. He'll yell and scream a little bit. That's all that's going to happen. Nothing happens. Nothing. I guarantee you, in the back offices and the halls of these demented people, they're doing rat. Believe me when I'm telling you, this is how sick they are. Freedom says she called him a thing at the debate, and now she acts like she cares. It's all a show, the fake compassion and her daddy Joe. You know, that's true, but she doesn't. She's a moron. They have to tell her this. She's just a moron. Let me explain something. We are so close right now. We are 50 days away. 50 days. 50. And you know what they're going to do? Nothing. Jim Jordan going to do anything? Nope. Blumenthal? Nope. Lindsey Graham? Nope. Who? Nobody. Maybe John Kennedy will call people up and say, it's as big as Dallas. It's as big as Dallas. What y'all doing there? How come that man? No. And we'll put a nice little bit and we'll laugh and we'll move on. And meanwhile, there's some sick bastard, as we're talking right now, who says, I know what I'm doing. You don't need to be like one of these, SEAL Team 6 fellers to figure this one out. And thank God. And the first time, let's face it, this president was actually hit in the head with a bullet. And they called it the ear. They didn't say John Kennedy was hit at the crown of the nape of the neck. No, they got him in the head. And they laughed and they minimized. And people like that Joyless Reed, that woman, that termagant, they laugh at this. And there's somebody right now saying, I know how to do this. I know how to do this. Because the word's gone out. You don't care. And America looks like not a third world country because they don't even do this in third world countries. Evan says, sorry, we are a bit testy now, but I need a word to use to name the other side. Okay, whatever you want to do it doesn't matter. And thank you for that. But let's focus. Let's not worry about thinking of things to say that are pithy. What are we going to do to fix this? Gracie Love George says, accidentally missed my super. Literally, bruh. I'll get that. Edie says, Mr. L, skip Gracie's comment. What are you, double teaming me? Wow. Hang on. Let's get to the bottom of this one. By gum. Let me see this one. Hang on here. Just a minute. Where in the hell? Boy, this was way up there. My God, I'm sorry. I missed that one. There we go. She says, trying to unalive him. His people are not his people. That is true. That is true. And there's so much stuff going on right now that is so big right now. So huge and so big. There's all this crazy news today. Oh, today we were not that it matters. They had this story they're trying to show of. Now this is nothing to do with this. Don Jr. out seen canoodling with some Palm Beach it girl, kissing and locking lips. Apparently stepping out on Kimberly, like, okay. Boring, but that's okay. Maybe that was kind of interesting, sort of. Buddha says, how are you, sir? Could be better. Thank you. This is incredible. I can see it as clearly as you can imagine this president killed. I see it as clear. I see it absolutely, positively, as clear as day. And I know this feeling. You're going to feel this holy, it's going to hit you. And there's going to be no, and then your friends are going to laugh and people are going to say, and there's going to be serious, I mean, serious stuff because we live among a bunch of children and people are going to laugh at this. Stuart Bennett, thank you. Because we hate everybody. We hate people. And the message goes out, if you try to shoot him, we're going to put your name, we're going to etch the name. I'm surprised they didn't whack him. Linda Hasler says, we know this not done yet. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And Mr. President, I don't know what you've got to do. Forget the golf course. They won't even give him full. They have to have a complete perimeter protection within the length or the trajectory of any decent rifle round. Soul says, same USS didn't know whose cocaine was in the White House, failed to stop the kid with a rifle. Is some agency who will investigate itself on a second assassination attempt. And what are you going to do after the Secret Service? You make a good point. Who, by the way, was basically, you've got Cheadle, who was thrown out after that DEI nonsense. That crap. Bradley Opland, ladies and gentlemen. There's a familiar name. BG says, Chuck sent out the green light 8 years ago. Now, you know who I'm feeling about? I'm going to be honest with you. You know who I'm feeling really sorry for? Really? I'm going to say the way it is. Barron. I don't know Barron from Adam. I've seen him. I don't know him. Never met him. But I would not be surprised by virtue of the fact that I've never heard him speak a word that he might be, I don't want to say spectrum. I don't know that. I don't even know what the hell that means, but he might be different, special, sensitive. Twice they tried to kill his old man. Twice. And he's walking around supposedly. Please tell me he's not going to classes at NYU. Please tell me that that's just a ruse. Please tell me he's being homeschooled somewhere else and that they just have him walking around to give the impression that he's doing it. Please, this is a sick world out there. Please don't let him out there. Please don't do this. And I may also tell you to the regular, to the Trump family, especially with this, with numbnuts, Donnie Jr., by the way, who's a real piece of work, this guy. You're out there and you're doing this stuff. Okay, fine. I don't give a damn about you in this one, but you don't even have a security detail. You don't have it. I don't understand it. There are people, listen to me. I know this. There are people, half-assed, half-baked Hollywood types who have security details, who have bouncers. They don't even have this. We live in a sick world right now. Oh, I can't imagine these folks. I can see it. I was thinking today, I swear to you, I can hear it. Fox News, the music, they already have it. Let me show you how sick this is. Thank you, Stuart. They already have the music and the bit and the spot all produced. Trust me when I tell you this. Howie Brown says, Senator Richard Blumenthal says, new findings on Trump's assassination attempt will shock the American people. That's on the old one. You're right. I had mentioned that. You are correct about that. They already have, I promise you, I know this. One of the things about people in the TV and the media biz is you always have to anticipate the worst. They've got stuff. They have all the obituaries written. They have the obituaries written for famous people. They have things ready to go. They've got music. They've got graphics. Evan says, just my opinion, we should not think negatives. Vote. Do our best to convince anyone we can to vote Trump. Do all we can to defend the vote and keep the cheaters from winning unless they kill him. You're right. Unless, let me put this into terms, unless they kill him. Yeah, you're right. We can vote. We can maybe have a vote like a Mel Carnahan, where you vote him after running for what was it, for the senator or governor or senator of Missouri, and he died. Yeah, we're not going to have that again. You're going to see it right now. Trump, the snare, the funereal, the dirge, the black. 19 to 2004, 24, Donald Trump, and your special coverage, America Mourns, Breitbart, Fox, everybody. MSNBC will be laughing their ass off. They'll come across so insincere. You will go through the roof when you see that. Social media will implode like a critical mass, like a plutonium, it'll be nuclear. I mean, things will get really, really. And let me also tell you something, and nobody thinks about this, but I know what I'm talking about. There will be a sense of lawlessness. And you are not going to want to think about what that means. Lawlessness. It will be somebody sounding the klaxon, hitting the alarm bell that says the the cortege. Yes, indeed. Or maybe the cortege. In any event. But yes, there will be the writer list. Remember that do you remember? Now, granted, Trump was a president. He's a candidate now. It's a little different. This, oh. And then they're going to turn it over to her, and she'll say something so stupid. She won't know. You will be enraged because the stupidity will just ooze and extravasate. It'll drip. It's just incredible. Evan says, do not manifest the idea of the worst. I have faith that Trump will win and live. Yes, I worry, but I have faith. This faith that Trump will win and make it. Well, good. Thank you, Mary Williamson. Mary gifted 10 Lionel Nation memberships. May I ask you a question? Why do you have faith? Why would you have any faith that anybody is going to protect him? Why? Why would you have faith that the people able to watch him, and I'm not trying to be, but I have no faith, none. I want him to win, get into the White House, lock the White House up, and never let him out of your sight. I have no faith in these people. Nothing. I don't believe in anything. Belief is earned. Remember, if there was proof of something, you wouldn't need faith. I don't believe it. See, I don't fit into the world because I don't believe in stuff. I don't believe in good stuff. I don't believe that the good people win and the triumph. I don't believe that. It's nonsense. That's the scariest thing in the world to think that. Norma Lutz says, I am horrified. You are absolutely right on all points. Trump should hire more security on his own dime. Keep carrying the torch of truth. No, you pick up the phone and others like Elon Musk and say, we'll give you ninjas. Mary, Made with Love and Butter, says the sheriff says Trump doesn't have more protections because he is not sitting president. What the hell? He almost got killed 2 months ago. Will we write a stronger worded letter? Yes. Well, if that's what you meant. People like Elon Musk go down the list. Peter Thiel, all his folks, all his friends, Hannity, all the people got millions of dollars. We've got this. We will give you. We'll get. In fact, pick up the phone, call up Bibi Netanyahu, get some of his IDF folks out there. They know a thing or two. Bring in Mossad. Bring in the best of the best of the best. And what a better way than to tell the Secret Service, get out of the way. We'll take care of this. We're taking care of this. Did you see today? Look, I don't know about you. Did you see the people who stood, the Secret Service rep? I don't even think he said his name. Then the FBI, was he, 12? What is this? They should have ninjas. Elon Musk, so say, I'll take care of this on the house. Who? Yeah, 4. Remember that pop-up? 4 shots. I think they said 4. This guy is not very good, but thank God. Tell me why. I don't understand this. Sean Hannity, who owns it, here's $1 million. Trump can do it. Trump's a billionaire. I got it. Hey, listen, I'm going to be playing golf today. Ready? All of a sudden, what's that? 1,000 drones. How would you like to be there? You've got your backpack with ceramic plates and your AK-47 and your GoPro, and all of a sudden you're hearing, what the hell is this noise? Then all of a sudden there's dogs, Malinois, some Dutch shepherd, that's out there, one of these weird dogs that goes out there, and all they know is they just don't like people like violating their space. BG says, anyone still think that J6 wasn't an FBI op? No, but I mean, no, because the guys with the pot bellies and the camis and the eye patch, they weren't. No. The reaction was a different story. Evan says, there are some odd and what many say crazy reasons why I believe, but I am wrong. I see the end of our nation in civil war. But if I am wrong, I see, well, listen, I love people who say, don't worry, so-and-so, Uncle Dave's got that thing. Oh, don't worry. Uncle Dave will be fine. Uncle Dave's a fighter. One time we had this relative. He was a fighter. I said, what the hell does that mean? Well, Uncle Dave, he's got that cancer, but he's a fighter. He's going to fight. You mean he's not giving up? Is that what you mean? What? Because he's going to chemo? That's fighting? Or maybe he should just, kill himself? I don't want to be gross, but what do you say? He doesn't have any say in this. He's not going to fight this thing. If it's a stage 4, there's nothing you can do about it. What's all this, this fanciful? Look at me. I look like a tampon Tim there. I'm doing the hand dance here. FBI had witnesses wired for months before J6. Fact. But the people, they were there, certainly. It was LIHOP. And forget that. I don't want to go with a J6. Please, not now. Not now. Don't. Please. But the fact that they could have ended it with the National Guard, which Trump wanted, but Pelosi didn't. They could have ended it. Period. The Doughboy says, Uncle Lenny, this is Big Dick from Chicago. Son's phone. 2 things. Shot was fired. ABC Elon buys after Johnson reveals he told Trump prior to debate. Let me try this. 2 things. A shot was fired. ABC Elon buys after Johnson reveals he told Trump prior to the debate. Okay. I'm going to pretend I understand that, but thank you. GM says, Mr. L, things ate at overboiling point. Oh, things are at an overboiling point right now. Can you give some clarity from a law perspective on this affidavit that has come out on the debate? There is an affidavit. Somebody said one time, well, an affidavit's not testimony. It's sworn testimony. What do you mean it's not testimony? What the hell do you think? There's viva voce testimony. That's where I go to court and I say, I swear to tell the truth. Or I have an affidavit of which I signed to it. What do you think a speeding ticket is? What do you think an indictment is? What do you think? What are these people? They say, well, that's not proof. The hell it's not proof. And they're saying basically it was nonsense. Bobby Dowd says, GOP disappointed they'll have to wait until next Sunday to get on this Sunday morning talk shows. Sorry for the typos. Hang in there, L. We are with you 100%. The typos are interesting. Oh, the debate. The debate is such a joke. No, the debate is just, I mean, this is, but believe me right now, forgive me, the debate, we'll get to the debate later. No, there is no reason. They impeached the man twice. They charged him with 34 counts. They went through every conceivable horror you can imagine. It's just, I don't even know how to put it. I'm going to show you this one thing. There's this one thing which is so terrific. And I want to show you this one. This is a beaut. And forgive me, but this was a TikTok piece. And I thought it was wonderful. And I wanted to bring it to your attention. But let me see if we can do this. Hang on. Listen to this one. This is a good one. Okay. Now watch this. Sorry for this. But this is worthwhile. This actually, believe it or not, you see, I try to tell people, these jadrules who think, oh, that TikTok. Yeah, for every TikTok thing that's stupid, there's something that makes a lot of sense. Like this. Okay. Watch this one here. This is damn good. Okay, watch.
So Donald Trump is the first president to be wiretapped and spied on. He's the first president to be impeached twice and acquitted twice. He's the first president to be banned and censored on social media. He's the first president to have his home raided by the FBI. He's the first president to be indicted not once, but 4 times. And he's the first citizen and former president to have a judge with no jury unilaterally decide and impose a $350 million fine in a civil case where not a single law was broken, there were 0 victims, and all loans were paid back on time. I don't know about you, but I'm supporting the guy with the most impeachments, indictments, lawsuits, and unconstitutional fines because that's the guy they clearly fear the most. I mean, at this point, unless you live under a rock, whether you love him or whether you hate him, you have to see that this is all politically motivated. For 7 years, it's all been part of a plan to target him, make him bow, take his swag away, humble him, and to break him and his supporters down. The funny thing is, it keeps backfiring. Let me know your thoughts.
Isn't that great? That's perfect. It's perfect. Better than any. I mean, sometimes things are said so beautifully, so, oh my God, so, I don't understand. I can't, just when I think I'm able to explicate what I believe, just when I think I can do it, I realize I can't. Because we are living right now in this hellhole. You've got people who are ostensibly looking out for us, who are going up to Vladimir Putin and digging it and say, come on, I dare you. Long range missiles, come on. I don't understand it. I'm saying, what do you do? What is going on here? Do you understand what's going on? Come on. And Americans are going, do you know? Imagine what it's like if you never knew what a gun was. You just didn't. You were from another time, and a little baby was playing with a gun, putting the barrel in its mouth and just putting everything like babies do. But you don't know it's a gun. You don't know it because you're from another planet, another time portal. You don't know. You don't know. And somebody comes along, or you come along, and you see this, and you think, "Oh my God!" And you turn to this parent and go, "What are you doing?" And they're saying, "What?" He goes, "Do you know what that is?" "No, it's a gun." "A what?" That's where I see the world now. I'm thinking, "Oh my God, you know those scenes where the baby runs on, they pull the baby back, and you're just, I live like this all the time, all the time. And I'm thinking, you don't get it, do you? You don't get it. We've never had a world war in a world war, nuclear weapons. What are you? Oh my. I don't understand it. I see this and I think to myself, do you not know what's going on? I heard a debate today was one of the most stupid debates I've ever heard. It's called Trigonometry. It's about Israel and Gaza. And it was Sam Harris, who just he just exudes. He just, I don't want to get into this. He was doing the Israel routine. Okay. And then Eric Weinstein comes along saying, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. This guy, I don't think he knows what he's talking about. And I don't think very few people can be able to say he's not a genius. I don't think he knows what he's talking about. But people are afraid to say, excuse me, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, good, because I don't know what I'm talking about either. But I'm thinking to myself, oh my God. Do you know what the Middle East is? No, you don't. It's not about Israel. It's not about Gaza. It's about, oh my God, this is it. And you've got these eschatological people saying, come on, the end of times, bring it on. Come on, Iran, go. Tempt Israel. Let's go. Let's bring it on. Yeah, the rapture. Here we go, baby. It's going to be here. You know, the Armageddon. Yeah, just like, you think I'm kidding. This is eschatology. And I'm looking at people and say, do you understand what's going on? What? Are you being anti-Semitic? It's like, oh, Jesus. It's ungodly. It just, so I thought, okay, they tried to kill Trump twice. Already people are bored with it. Already. You understand what I'm saying? We've already forgotten that. But watch right now. And what do? It's like do you know what a moirologist is? That's a professional crier, somebody who actually professionally cries. You know, well, they're mourners. They go to funerals and they don't know anybody, and that's what TV is. That's what this stuff is. It's like, no. This is different. Let me show you. Let me be a part of your world. Hire me. You want to have racism? I'll do it. I'll never have you as a government ever sign one piece of racist legislation. I'll get people to do it for you. I will make people do it. I will make the idea of assassinating Donald Trump to be nothing by virtue of what? Habituation. What is habituation, Uncle Lenny? Glad you asked. Habituation is when you repeat a particular feeling, a sensation, a stimulus. And after a while, when I keep doing this thing to you, you know what happens? Your hand kind of gets numb. and you don't notice it anymore. Well, not that you don't notice it, you just kind of get used to it because it's just like, oh, I've heard this before. And it's like you wear a watch, and at first you go, this watch is kind of clumsy or whatever, and then you get used to it. You put on your socks and you feel your socks, and then you get used to it. And then you become conditioned to it. And then you become acclimated to it. And then you don't notice it anymore. And that's what habituation is. You're already through your second assassination attempt. Assassination. He turned his head and they're joking about it. They're joking about it. I guess they'd be joking about James Brady. Remember that? With Reagan? I guess they would have joked about Reagan. Well, Reagan just, he I don't you would have said you're joking about Reagan, but you can joke about Trump because you have not you, they have vilified him and removed him and removed him from the stratum of humanity, of worth, of importance. He's nothing. He's a joke. He's a clown. He's Orange Man. We hate him. We hate him. We do everything. We go through this. I don't do this often. I don't do this. Listen to this again.
So Donald Trump is the first president to be wiretapped and spied on. He's the first president to be impeached twice and acquitted twice. He's the first president to be banned and censored on social media. He's the first president to have his home raided by the FBI. He's the first president to be indicted not once, but 4 times.
You get
He's
it?
the first citizen and former president to have a judge with no jury.
Because you're getting used to it and you're okay, well, it's Donald Trump. It's Donald Trump.
Unilaterally decided and imposed a $350 million fine in a single
right,
case
well,
where not
that's
a single
Trump.
law was
It's
broken. There were 0 victims and all loans were paid back on time. I don't know about you, but I'm supporting the guy with the most impeachments.
And this is what happens. And then you can and then in order to feed your wrath, maybe you can watch Fox News and hear about. Remember when Hannity would talk about bleach bit? Oh my God. Remember that? Over and over. Who was that guy today he had lunch with, a diner? Heard this name. It was like, what is this? I'm listening. Well, I met with we had lunch with, and his name was Gary Conlon. And we went there, and it's like, and I was, Witkoff. Yeah, Witkoff. Who's Witkoff? I said, this is the most stupid. We're going live right now. Well, it was Witkoff, and it was there Witkoff, and he went to Witkoff, and he was playing golf with Witkoff, and he asked me if I want to play golf. I said, well, I can't play golf, but I'm too busy. I don't have time for that. So I went, but I'll go to the diner with you. By the way, it's a great diner. It's called the City Diner. So what are you talking about? Who is this? Who is this? Yes, we know. You know him. Yes, we know. Thank you. Our beloved president was almost dispatched by some lunatic, and I've got to go through this drivel about how you and these rich people were going to play golf and went to the diner, and oh my, I don't belong in this world. I don't belong in this world. And there are countries, I don't know if they did this to Maduro in Venezuela. I don't even know if they do this in Xi Jinping. I don't do that. They don't do it in other countries. Canada, Trudeau, no. Italy, no. Every now and then there was one guy, I think it was in Japan. Remember that a while back? And that you just never hear about this. We've got one guy twice. You understand what this means? And I'm going to say this again because people don't understand it. People don't want to grasp it. You're going to freak out if you woke up one day and you see this sound and the, oh my God, the Lee Greenwood and you see people crying and, the hats and a casket with a flag and maybe a MAGA hat on it, and Barron looking withdrawn and sad, and Melania and black, and with a picture of him, and oh my, and then there'll be a picture of him when he was a young man, and a picture of him here, And he came, and people are going to just be at home stewing and stewing and just, and then the memes and you see him right now. How people love to see it. He's with Perseus, and he's flying on a golden winged, he's a god. This is now. People are going to freak out. And people are going to freak out. And what also scares me, because I don't believe in this, if you think the left are crazy, wait till you see what the right does, to use these directional terms. Evan Webb says, none of what is going on shocks me. If you knew me, you would know why this madness does not shock me. My shock is that we have not gone to World War III sooner. World War III is not going to be something that is in the offing. That is an expression that is something that Victoria Nuland would want, NATO would want. Why? Because of the money, not because of territorial. Do you think Hitler, do you think World War II was, hey, we can make a lot of money when over there, putting together all of these factories, we can put America back to work again. I mean, yeah, sort of. But that's not it. Today we have the military-industrial complex ring to this. You see, there are people. Let me explain this thing to you. Let me see if I can explain. This is what scares me. The left doesn't have any, they don't have any affiliation. It's always some guy who's some lunatic, and they'll sit back like they're Joy Reids and they're Joy Behars and they laugh. You get somebody, you want to bring up January 6th? There's a lot of these people who scare the hell out of me. They're the Gadsden flag crew. They're the ones that say the tree of liberty is blood is fertilized by blood of the, that's like, oh my God. When Alex Jones said to Piers Morgan, 1776, I thought, oh no. The three-cornered hat, Patrick Henry, Thomas Paine, these people scare the hell out of me. Quit the word tangles. World War I, Part C, whatever. Okay, fine. You think that's a word tangle? Good. All right. We'll argue World War I versus World War II. Doesn't matter to me. But what these people do is you get them and they will feel like they're a part of a war, of an army. They have a history. They can go back to, Lexington and Concord, and they shot her around the world. And, and the left, as you would call them, they don't have that. They have no history. They don't, America means nothing to them. Their history is things like social history. I have a dream, maybe hip hop. Who knows? I have no idea. This is a different story. These people are weird. Another thing you've got to understand. Who are the people that we go out and we train to be soldiers? Who are these people? Yes. And when you train them real good to be soldiers and they come back, do you think soldiers tend to be Republicans or Democrats? When you have somebody who is trained at Fort Benning and jungle warfare and Delta Force and SEAL Team 6 and all this jazz and CIA operative, do you think these people are lefties? Do you think these are a bunch of pot smoking, they sit around listening to a Taylor Swift all day? Where do you think these people are? You think they would be for Trump or for what's her name? Trump. Good. Now, you get all these people pissed off and upset and angry. Let me tell you a little story. This is very interesting. You don't remember this one. Crypto Domini said, 2 things: a shot was fired, obviously, but why? Because the whistleblower notified Johnson prior to the debate, and ABC will burn Elon, can allocate it. Okay. I don't think that's why, but no. It's very simple. It's because somebody just did it. Believe me, motivation means nothing to me. Motivation means nothing once you do it. But let me tell you a little story. During Vietnam, during the not the debates, during the protests, all of a sudden there were a lot of these people that came back and they were protesting. Okay. And they had long hair and they had beards and they looked like hippies. But what they didn't know is that just before that, all of these folks had been in the jungle and they were trained killers and they were combat veterans, all of these people. So that when they moved and they said, all right, we're going to move like this or we're going to take them, all of a sudden, this guy who looks like Jerry Garcia turns out to be dangerous because these are trained killers. These are people who came from the war and nobody knew that. So let me just say this again. And I don't want this to happen. I don't want civil war. I don't want violence. I don't want any of that stuff. It never works out. It's wrong. It doesn't, it's like saying, let's start a forest fire to make a point. No, they get out of hand. There is no point to be made, but you're going to be pissing off a whole lot of people. And if something ever happens to them, it's not good. It's not good. But then again, the people who run the shadow government say that's exactly why we want it. We don't care who wins, who. We want there to be complete and total destruction of everything that is American. Everything. We want complete and total chaos. And if it's through Trump or through this one, it doesn't matter to us. We thrive in chaos. Crypto says, okay, I figured the shadow paid for the gun long ago. Doesn't matter. Right now, there are people that we are speaking to, hundreds, who dream of this, who want to be this guy, who are plotting it and thinking about it as we speak. Evan says, war and madness is the history of the world. I adjust. What do you have against weed? I don't know what that means, but thank you very much. I don't know what that means. War, and what do you have against weed? Non sequitur, perhaps? Maybe causing that particular way of thinking. I don't know. All right, dear friends. Thank God. If you pray, thank your lucky stars, thank your God, thank whoever for this. It could have been just so a couple of target, kind of positioning shots, a little bit over, boom, 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 boom. That's it. It's over. It's done. It's easier or harder. How this man, the first time was, is it an angel? Is it God? I don't know. I have no idea, but I can't take this anymore. And the reason why I can't take this is I want to sit there and go to Washington and I want to ask these people, do you have any idea of what's happening? What are you doing? Who's in charge here? Mrs. L went there last week. She's standing in front of the Capitol saying, what do these people do? What do they do? What is the purpose? They just pretend. Jim Jordan's going to have a hearing. I don't understand this. They bring people out. Who's in charge of the Secret Service now? It's not Cheadle. Who is it now? I don't know. Tell me why he doesn't have a full cordon with all of the billions of dollars paid to bring in the ship in Haitians in Springfield, Ohio to do whatever the hell they do. You mean to tell me what would a full-blown special legislation to give him full, if you want Secret Service, and Elon Musk, all you billionaires, pick up the phone, tell President Trump, don't worry, we'll take care of it. They'll be there tomorrow. You'll have 100 people around you at all times, and they answer to us. Thank God. Thank God. That's all I want to say. I hope I haven't offended any of you. I just want you to understand this. This isn't a joke to me. This isn't a joke. There are people I know, and I'm not going to mention names. They go on, they do the thing, and they go, "Oh yeah, yeah, we," and that's it. And they go, "How'd my numbers do? How'd I do?" Okay, great. Look, whatever melts your butter. I have never been as invested in a president like I have in Trump for reasons that should be obvious to you. It is the most. There has never, and if it were not for him, I don't know what I would do. There is no one. Tulsi Gabbard, maybe. The planets, the stars are aligned. You know what happened in 2020. I know what happened. And better yet, they know what happened. Now, what do you think is going to happen to Trump's numbers now? People think, holy, did you see this guy? Man. And then Taylor Swift, flatlined. She lost a bunch. I don't know how they talked her into it. I don't know what this story was. They made her she's doing okay as it is. They made her a threat or they made her a promise, like we did Clooney. Clooney, by the way, this guy has been made, he hasn't had a movie since the 70s. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Ocean's 11, but they keep bringing him on because the shadow government owns everything. She really screwed up. I got to show you the best one ever. Please forgive me before you go. I got to show you this one. This was absolutely, this is genius. I got to show it. I got to get it. I got to put it up. I got to do the thing. Just give me a moment. Oh, here we go. Okay, give me this. You're going to go crazy when you see this. Hang on. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Talk amongst yourself. You get this thing. Go like that. There we go. Hang on. You're going to love this. Oh, God, you're going to go crazy. You ready? I don't know who did this, but it was absolute genius. You ready? Tell me you're ready. Hope you're ready. Watch this. This is the best one ever. And we'll leave you with this.
I think what happened was disgraceful. Should never have happened.
Just feels like it's more than music now at this point. But then sometimes I'm just like,
I'll see you in a little while. Thanks.
When people fall out of love with you, there's nothing you can do to make them change their mind. They just don't love you anymore. I just wanted to disappear.
Absolute genius. Just genius. Taylor Swift. This is where I think to myself, Taylor Swift, what are you talking about? You don't know what they did. Let me tell you something right now. You don't know what they did. And you are never going to know the real story. You're never going to know the real story as to what the numbers are. But I promise you, they're going to be huge after this. You understand this? And Evan Webb says, love you, Lionel. I have questions for another day. Indeed. All right. Let us say this. Let us thank God, randomness, entropy, whatever the hell it was. Thank you. Thank you for this. I don't even know what the word is. There is just, dear God. When I heard this today, again, I thought, no, because you do not want to be. I'm going to say this one more time. I can see as clear as day what it would be like in the event something happened to that president, our president. And I know it, and I see it, and it just sickens me. I don't know if I can take more of this, my friends. We've been through a lot, haven't we? We have been through a lot, and it's not even done yet because we got about 50 days to go. And don't forget, coming up, the Tampon Timmy debates with Vance. Oh, Lord. Oh, it's going to be so good. All right, dear friends. Have a great night. By the way, you saw this Dana Bash fired. I don't know if she was fired, but she should be. Dana Bash, don't tease us with that. There's a great piece of Vance destroying her. Did you see this? Let me give you one more. Vance. Let me see this. Maybe you'll like this. Maybe you'll get a kick out of this one. Hang on a minute. Hang on. That's not it. Hang on a minute. Just a second. Here we go. Just give me a second. I got to do this. I got to copy the video. I got to go up. And I put this thing up like this. I got to download it. I put it. Talk amongst yourself. I didn't want to go through this, but this is so good. I'll make an exception with this one. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. Hang on. Like this. Step up on. Then we go up and like this. And then I did. Okay, here we go. There we go. Last one. You're going to kick out of this. Okay.
Anna, would you like to ask me questions and then let me answer them, or would you like to debate me on these topics? I noticed that when you had Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, you gave them multiple choice answers to the questions that you asked, and you allowed them to answer the questions. I'm happy to be here to talk about policy, but if you're going to interrupt me every single time that I open my mouth, then why am I even doing this? So please ask a question, and I'd ask you to be polite enough to let me answer it.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to say something about J.D. Vance. If I hear one more person going, I don't like J.D. Vance. Shut up. J.D. Vance is fine. J.D. Vance is going to do terrific. He's okay. He could have been, just watch. He is going to eat Tampon Timmy alive. You don't understand. You don't grasp it. He's terrific. I don't hear this nonsense. Well, he and Trump had a problem about abortion. Oh, it doesn't matter. All right, that's it. All right, friends. I do not have time to read through all of your wonderful comments. Thank you. Please follow Mrs. L at Lynn's Warriors. Please do that. Please do this because she is knocking them dead, standing up for kids. And I can't believe that all these people, especially the Hollywood types, don't care anything about children. I can't. If you would have told me that, I said, no way. I'm telling you. It's like there's open warfare on kids, little girls. It's bizarre. So follow her at Lynn's Warriors. I've got her link right up there at the front of the comment section. Lynn's Warriors. You hear me? Okay. Like I said, forgive me. But understand something. I'm not kidding around here. This is my country. This is for keeps. I don't have time for this. This is not a joke. I'm not talking about the Yankees or tonight the Emmy. No. They tried to kill my president again. And Uncle Lenny will not have that. Okay? That's it. All right, dear friends, you have a great and a glorious night. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow, friends, at 8 a.m. And until then, remember, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Ta-ta.